Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Over the course of 2023, I think there has been one type of game that sticks out to me as particularly fun and interesting. Mining games are somehow able to channel that super satisfying feeling of channeling into the earth, and I'm having a look at the top 10 that I have played this year. It's not just mining games that I've played though, there's a bunch of other great games that have released in 2023, so check out all of my other videos linked down in the description below. And I've tried hard to sort only the best games that I've played. That means that I've played them all. In total, I've played over 250 new releases in the strategy space over the course of the last year. Only the best of those make it onto the channel, and only the best of those in any given category make it onto this list. So this really is the best of the best. I've tried to include only games that you can actually play on Steam right now rather than demos, although there are a few truly exceptional demos that have made this list. I've also got a few bonus games and honorable mentions at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned until then. Without further ado, let's get to the games. Geodepths is an unbelievably charming little indie kind of upgrade game. You play as a prospector for an interstellar mining company. Your mission is to dig deeper and discover the mysteries of what lies below. Along the way, you'll be unraveling the fate of things such as what happened to the guy that did your job previously. To aid you on your expedition, you're given a not-quite state-of-the-art mining vehicle, and you'll pretty soon find yourself exploring the subterranean world of what the planet has to offer. Alongside exploring what lies below, you'll have to collect a quantity of ore in order to unlock upgrades and build up your base. You're able to change up the way that you play quite a bit, making your drill more powerful and capable of reaching ever greater depths. Upgrade your refining and processing capacity, expand your base, and research lots more stuff. This is just a really charming game. It's kind of like Subnautica if the game was set entirely underground. It really is pretty cool. Released in late October, this one is technically out in full release, but it's still receiving content updates, and it looks like there's a good few more in the works, which bodes well for the game going forward. Steamworld Build is a city builder smashed together with a mining game, and is one of my personal favorites on this list. On the surface, you've got to put together a mining town in the middle of nowhere, linked only by a train station. Your purpose is to rebuild an ancient rocket and try and find a way off the world. To do that, you're going to need not only to build up your city, but you're going to need to mine resources, battle enemies, and explore the underground. This is where things start to get funky and a little bit interesting. You have to strategically mine for fragments of retro rocket, which your mechanical people are searching for. Throughout your expeditions, you're going to be faced with some pretty nasty enemies, and it's going to be up to you to determine how you face a variety of challenges. This is just a great example of a really competent and fluid city builder with a bunch of add-ons. I really like it. It released at the start of December, but it's already made it onto this list, which I think says a lot about how much I like it. The Crust is a lunar base builder crossed with an automation game with mining at the very core. Similar to Steamworld Build, you've got an above ground and a below ground base, and you need to work between both areas to optimize and expand your operation. I need to say straight from the get-go that this game has not released, and indeed I have no idea when it is going to be releasing, but I think that, again, it is a measure of the quality crossed with the potential that leads to me sticking it into this list, because, well, it's a great game and it's all about mining. Anyway, this game does a bunch of stuff. Mine lunar resources, craft processing machinery, and power up your base with satellites and batteries, unlock scientific advancements across 3 research trees to enhance your technological capabilities, embark on lunar expeditions to unearth the moon's hidden secrets, deploying your rover to various locations and delving into the mysteries of humanity's newfound lunar habitat, engage in resource exchange with Earth through contacts where your decisions have the power to shape their political landscape, and choose a faction to support or navigate the field strategically for maximum profit. This is a game that honestly I cannot wait for, and it's one of my most anticipated games of 2024. If you're interested in the Crust, I would advise that you wishlist this game so that you can play the demo when it's up. It is up sporadically, but I have no idea when that might be next. In Terraforge, you've got to build up and manage your mining operation, collect resources, and craft items to sell for profit. Upgrade your mining tools, and as you progress towards your goal, you can purchase better mining licenses and delve deeper into the earth. Collect mystical ancient relics to gain its power and boost your efficiency. This is a pretty unique little game. Not only do you get to end up mining away and exploring the underground, but you also have to work on your smithing operation above ground to ensure that you're able to turn a profit with all the spoils from down below. I really don't think that this game will give you hundreds and hundreds of hours of entertainment, but I don't think it's meant to. It's a few bucks, and if you pick it up in early access right now, there is presumably more good stuff to come on this one. Mining Mechs is a super cheap and cheerful underground mining game. Mine for valuable resources and upgrade your mech for even bigger holes as you explore the underground. You're even able to play with friends in co-op. How great is that for a game that costs a few bucks? This game is all about making enough money for the simple purposes of digging deeper. What lies below? Who knows? But it's your job to find out. This is a super satisfying game, and soon you'll have a network of underground tunnels leading all over the place. You can even set up an oil drilling network to earn you income passively. Truly, this is a really fun time. Releasing at the end of October, it's pretty new on the scene, but don't let that deter you, as this game has already cruised to an overwhelmingly positive review score on Steam. That's over 95% of reviews being positive. People really seem to like this one, and they are absolutely correct. Techtonica is a first-person factory automation game set beneath the surface of an alien planet. Work alone or in co-op to build factories, gather resources, research new technologies, mold the destructible terrain, establish a base of operations, and uncover long-forgotten secrets. This is such a great game. I think the best way to frame this one is basically that it is an underground sort of satisfactory. It's got a lot going for it. Great automation and satisfyingly chunky buildings, great dirt moving mechanics and digging stuff too. There's so much to automate, and it's such a great world to explore. Tunnel your way to massive ore deposits, research-rich facilities, and hidden caves to find rewards and scan aging artifacts. You'll unlock new recipes for enhanced automation systems and even more powerful technology. Big factories, deep underground, seriously, what is not to love here? And it's all set in this super unique bioluminescent setting filled with weird mushrooms and plants and stuff. Techtonica hit the scenes in July of 2023 into early access and is receiving chunky updates. Long may it continue. Autoforge is a super promising demo that I played in 2023. It is a 2D factory builder where you play as an ancient robot. You have to expand and explore underground using your automation skills to build a factory worthy of your robotic ancestors. It's kind of like Terraria, but geared around building a factory instead of magic and stuff. From my time with this title, there's clearly an incredible amount of potential here. The demo, that's not actually up at the moment, although I'm sure will make a return in the future. I have no idea what the developer is going to do with the story. That being said, it is undoubtedly going to give you underground and further building options that are going to hopefully give you the opportunity to build increasingly complex factories and structures. This game has a bunch of heart. It's really quirky. I cannot wait to see more. Certainly give this one a wish list if you're interested, and stay tuned for the demo to hopefully make a reappearance. Sticking with demos, I know, but honestly, there's been so many great demos that feature mining this year, it is crazy. Snacktorio is another factory builder, except instead of building a normal, inverted commas, factory, you instead have to build a food factory. And this is where things start to get weird, because you're tasked with feeding ethereal beasts that need to be placated by your wonderful cooking. Build and manage sprawling networks of machines and pipes to mass produce delicious meals that can satiate the endless hunger of the beasts that are invading your home. I don't fully understand the lore myself. That being said, it is a great game, and you're pretty much fully underground throughout the entirety of the game. This is one of my most hotly anticipated games for 2024. I cannot wait. It is going to be great. And I should say that the demo for this one is actually available right now, so you can actually go and play this one if you're interested. Plan B Terraform is, you guessed it, a game about terraforming, and you've got to automate your way to a terraformed Mars. Plan B Terraform will have you starting small before scaling up your mineral extraction to feed ever-growing cities. It is addictively easy to just play more and more of this game as you continue to juice up your Martian colonies. Over time, you'll be tasked with supplying buildings that will change the climate, changing Mars from a barren red planet to a luscious green utopia. Definitely check this one out if you're interested in a game that offers hours of playtime and hopefully is going to have even more features when it releases the full version at some point in the future. Perhaps a teeny tiny little bit of a stretch to put this into a game, into a video all about mining, but what can I say? I love this game, and there's a bunch of mining that takes place, and that is good enough for me. And last but not least, we've got Facteroids. Facteroids is a 3D automation game set on an asteroid, and it makes for a super unique three-dimensional playfield where you have to belt across all manner of minerals and surfaces. Like any good factory building game, it has an abundance of recipes and processes that you can get going on your space asteroid. You can even, if you're able to advance up the tech tree far enough, bring humans to live on your asteroid. It really is very cool indeed. This is a game that went under most people's radars. It's a very sort of indie game, but it is 2 thumbs up for me. You can check out my time with the game, video up in the top right-hand corner right now, if you're interested. And you can also get a demo that is available right now for free if you want to check it out before giving it a buy. So that's it for the list. I love mining, and I love mining games. Come to think of it, I've never actually mined in real life, so it's a slightly redundant comparison. But anyway, let's get to the bonus games. But before we do, if you've enjoyed any mining games this year, let me know. Let me know in the comments down below so that I can help make videos in 2024 on the games that interest you. Right, let's get to the bonus games. Dungeons 4 is a great game, but unfortunately, for this list anyway, a little bit light on the mining, at least in comparison to some of the other games on this list. Dungeons 4 is a satirical take on the classic dungeon builder, and it is really good. The aim of the game is to conquer the overworld. That sounds simple, it really isn't. You've got to build up a dungeon, collect your own coin, plan your own rooms, the regular stuff, but you've also got to be prepared for enemy incursions into your evil lair. So be prepared to build towers and traps, and also very importantly, be ready to train a goblin army to unleash on the overworld. This is a great game, and it's made all the better by the fact that it doesn't take itself seriously at all. Believe it or not, there's a surprising amount of management that goes into running a dungeon, as large as the ones that you're able to build in this game. So you can build some pretty substantial and impressive dungeons. It's a great game that's really surprised me with the quality and the depth, and it gets a hearty recommendation from me. You can also check out my video in the top right hand corner if you're interested. This game has already cruised past 1,000 positive reviews on Steam and is sitting pretty at 89% recommended. It's very good. My second honorable mention is a little bit of a sad story. This is Mountaincore, and I need to say straight away that unfortunately I don't think you should buy this game. Before I tell you why, let me highlight why I loved playing this game when I did. Mountaincore is basically RimWorld, but it's much more focused on building a dwarven settlement. You have to mine into the mountain to unlock its bounty and build a home amongst the bedrock. When I played it all the way back in April, I really enjoyed my time with it. The problem is, at this point, it has basically been abandoned. And that is a huge shame, because I thought that this game had so much potential. My understanding is that just before launch, the publisher pulled out, and the whole game had to be rebranded last minute, very last minute. At least that is what the developer claims. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is that since release, this game hasn't really seen any updates. In fact, it hasn't seen an update since the start of June. And this just absolutely sucks, because I thought it was a great game. What I played was absolutely sort of more on the bare bones end, but there was definitely an inkling of a good game behind that. Whatever the case, I have added this to the list in the vain hope that there is more development on the game and it actually becomes decent and something worth celebrating. Alternatively, if you've got too much money on your hands and you're looking to get rid of it, then hey, by all means give this game a shot. Alternatively, become a channel member to get rid of some of that cash that's burning a hole in your pocket. But I thought I'd just stick Mountaincore on this list because it's a great game. It partially inspired me to make this list, but I just can't recommend it in the state that it's in, and that's really, really sad. So yeah, a little bit of a somber note to end the video on, but I hope that you found this list somewhat entertaining and informative. Thank you ever so much for watching, folks. Check out the Patreon if you're interested in helping make videos like this possible, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.